I know the goddamn time for them to take their ass back to school.
Right? Or in front of the computer or whatever it is you're
Whatever it
gonna do.
is, that's what's going on right now, baby.
Yeah, I know, right? Just yeah. Got him a little respect for that little virtual school
Yeah.
stuff.
So here we go. Keep on pushing podcasts. And we end this thing, man. It's your boy Rio.
It's your nigga Kai, man.
And we have had a pretty eventful 2 weeks, man. Past 2 weeks have been fucking off the chain.
Right?
At least in black America.
Yeah.
White America, maybe. I don't know.
I'll put it like this right here. Nah, I'm gonna say the whole world now is about how each coach is taking it in is how they take it in. But I think it's been very effective all around.
Right.
I think it is because of certain responses from other coaches outside of us. You know what I mean? Like a lot of feathers being ruffled because of, I guess, the actions.
Okay, so first, let's start with what are we talking about? What actions happened? We ain't telling nobody nothing.
Right, you're right. Let's go ahead and get them in. So basically, as far as just what your typical, you got your riotings, the protestings.
All right, so let me kick it off. So to start with, we had a shooting in Wisconsin. A young man by the name of Jacob Blake. He was shot 7 times in his back, going to his car. After, I don't even know what the fuck happened with the police. Maybe you know, Kyle, you can fill us in.
I'm sitting there checking it out. I was like, I don't know if I didn't know why he was initially stopped, but it was saying an alleged weapon he had in the vehicle.
Yeah.
But it's like, to be real, I don't even really think, like, because of the footage, regardless of what the stop initially might have been on, I'm not saying that doesn't matter when it comes down to the real rulings and stuff, but just looking at the footage and being a human and seeing what's going on, you just see a very unnecessary action taking place. Like, you see someone clearly no weapon in their hand, or even if you're deeming they're gonna go for a weapon, there's much time to apprehend this man. And
way before he got to the car,
way before, right? Definitely didn't take 7 shots to the back, leaving this man paralyzed.
Yeah. So that shooting led to protests and the NBA players, really all sports, they took a day of boycotting where they just, it really, I don't know how you can't really boycott your own sport. But anyway, for lack of better terms, they boycotted. They took a day off and
about 2 games off, really 2 days off or whatever.
Yeah, and stand of solidarity. They want social justice and they want change.
Right.
And then like that same damn night, one of them days, some white boy named Kyle shoots 2 people at a protest.
Right. He comes from, I understand where he comes from.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Drove from Indiana to Wisconsin, shot 2 motherfuckers. And then the police let him go that night. He walked by them.
Past. I know y'all seen it. I know y'all
right
seen
past
it.
him.
Right
they
past
eventually arrested him, charged him with murder and a whole bunch of other shit. But it's the initial response of this man has a assault rifle and he's walking down the street with it, and y'all not even gonna question him.
Yeah, he legit.
But this man Jacob Blake and a alleged weapon in his car.
Alleged weapon.
He got shot 7 times in the back.
And there was kids in the car. You know
his kids was in the car. Traumatized for life.
I said, man, and they don't see necessarily the privilege in that.
Yeah, I mean, they still debate. But I mean, okay, so how do you feel? Well, how do you feel about this situation as opposed to any other situation that we
like Jacob, like the beginning stage of it, like what initially led to the protest, or as far as my man walking up with the egg?
Nah, not even him yet. Just the Jacob. Let's just talk about the Jacob Blake part of it. What's your first initial feelings? Like
my first initial feelings is like this right here, man. Now, it's never to take away from police have a job to do out here or whatnot. We're never just knocking police having a job to do. But it's the way you're going about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the issue here. See, people they outside of our culture try to make more of an argument to say that, it's just we just being targeted. Just blatantly, oh, gonna pull them over, gonna kill that nigga. Nah, we're not saying that. As far as like, it's some guidelines that guard police officers stopping you. You know what I mean? Anybody, you know what I'm saying, by race, but it's a lot of cases of the same nature happening with a different race, but it's carried out in a way pleasant manner than with us brutality. There's a fine line that separates that.
Or at least what's being shown through the media in the cameras.
Right.
What is
Even being shared.
broadcasted and shared. It's definitely, I mean, in the numbers show that it's disproportionate.
Right. Yeah, man. So it's just like when you see, all right, and then kick off, and it's crazy that if it actually followed up when it came down to the rioting behind the initial situation. But you see him get shot several times. Clearly could have been handled in a different manner, before it came to that. And then the rioting that take place behind that happen, you have an individual of a different race, come straight up with a whole weapon, blunt weapon in hand. Now, whether you want to, because you got the people that want to say, hey, you got to know the story about defense, regardless or not, defense or not, because me or you, even shooting somebody in defense, rightfully might be in our own home. We might still get apprehended and be like, hey,
we're
what
going
you doing?
to
Put
be
your hands
detained.
up, put your hands up, come back, get down.
Be questions.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Knee on your neck type. You know what I'm saying? It's going down.
That's the
This kid, I don't care if he try to put his hands up, not with hey, just blandly walk
he walked
through.
by you.
Walk right by them, boy, man.
And I've heard reports of seeing stories that they gave him water or some shit. I don't know how true that is. Maybe I shouldn't even throw that out. But it's just so it's absurd on the highest level of absurdity.
And it's crazy because check this out right now, and sticking to the same sense of like how things are carried out as far as with that whole privilege of the different race versus being black is, all right. You seen stories of where I think it was back in the day, it was like a man in New York, he saved someone from a train. Someone was about to get hit with a train and this black man saved their life or whatever. And the news media broadcast it as ex-con saves. You know what I mean? They went there with this black man. They go as far as like, I think his first, now they got it right after we have to ruffle some feathers, but the first picture of this man is his mugshot or something like that, being a hero,
right?
Black man, you know what I'm saying? All right. Now with this kid, what I've come to find out, this Kyle kid, the one who did the shooting at the protests and whatever, right? He just like a few weeks earlier, like in present time right now, like just was on video assaulting a woman from behind.
What?
You know what I mean? Yeah, you can check it out for yourself, wherever, go on YouTube, Google, whatever. But yeah, there's video footage of this kid doing this, but you're not hearing any of the media bring up this backing of this kid.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
God damn, Kyle.
Yeah, wildin'. He was Kyle wildin'. He's a Kyle. I don't know if you know his man, he's a Kyle. That's a thing.
I don't know
he's a Kyle. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
that's why I fuck with you, man. You be knowing all the little jokey little shit that be going on.
Man,
What the fuck is he's a Kyle?
Yes, bro. You ain't go, yeah, bro. Just, yeah.
So I guess that's the counterpart to Karen.
Right. There you go.
Okay,
See,
Kyle is the male. Okay, I got it.
Old tool, little. He's a Kyle, man. He's a Kyle, and he's showing his ass. He is about to be the poster faces for them cows. You know what I'm saying? In that sense, but just it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that really happens, and that's just a little case or two I bring up as far as my man being a hero, and they shame and they bring up a bad backing on him and stuff like that. But that's just how they do it. They look at that as the norm. That's just how the gang go with them.
I mean, because they had the newspaper. The newspaper has to sell papers. Their job is that's how they get paid through advertisements.
Right.
The more eyes on it,
it's more like, oh wow, ex-con saved somebody. Versus like,
and that's a way better headline. I mean, as far as eye catching than just black man saved somebody. Let's throw an ex-con. Ooh, little danger.
It's like I understand.
And we are we gotta take the brunt end of that bullshit.
That shit crazy. But I mean, you're right, because in the fact that like how you say that in the calm manner, because because we actually have to do that, in fact, is more courageous. It's more like you
can call it out, and we do. We call it out. People call it out. They'll be like, "Damn, man, that's kind of fucked up." But so
yeah, right.
So this is all built in the system now,
like,
man.
Okay, I'm still human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what? All right, I done been been appointed, like what, been judged and been sentenced or whatever to be an ex-con. He already done went and paid his
He
debt
done
to
did his
society.
time and all that, but he's gonna forever be an
Niggas,
ex-con.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Man.
how did that term even exist? Once he's done his time, he should be just go back to being regular.
Man, listen, check this out, right? Just in that sense there, with the prison system. Do you ever hear anyone who's just, pro prison or whatever, I don't know, side of that wall you put it, like, as far as, like, I would say, like,
pro prison?
Like,
I have never met nobody.
No, check this out. Not necessarily. I'm talking about, like, them, like, up there. Like, I don't know what the officials you would call it. Like, I ain't want to just say, like, the warden is the one who really run it. But, like, anybody who is just, like, how you say it, man? Like, just for the money to be invested to the prisons.
Man, I'll tell you this. My mother made a career in the correctional facilities. She was a CO most of her life. She retired, if I believe, she retired a lieutenant from South Carolina, moved to Maryland, and went back. She never liked it. She never liked her job ever.
Like that, right?
You know what I'm saying? She did what she had to do because she was a single mom with 2 kids, and that made a living for her. But her personal, she was so sad at the system. She was so sad of seeing young black men rotate in and out of that system. So she's somebody that worked in the system that don't fucking like it. So I never heard her speak on, but that's my mom.
Right, all right, but
I've never, in growing up in that circle, she never had me around her co-workers and no things like that too much. But the ones that would come around, they didn't seem like they was too much with it either.
Yeah.
Like it's...
All right, so, but no, check this out.
They place these jails in small towns with very small rural populations, and they give the people that work in these towns the jobs. What else are they going to do if it's not there?
Right.
So even though that they might not necessarily be with it, they got to do what they got to do for their family.
Do.
So,
see, what you saying kind of goes into what I'm really getting at as far as, like, I don't know any state legislators or anybody, saying, like, I put like I said, like, when anybody he meets about the prison reforms and stuff like that, those individuals, right?
Right.
On that side of it. You don't really hear too much of no campaigns of them.
Because they'd have forgotten people in society. That's why you put them in a hole. You put them over there somewhere, and then you just forget about them. It don't matter what the hell happened to them.
But I'm saying,
and it's always the excuse that they committed a crime. So,
but I'm saying, as far as, like, anybody, like the ones who, on that side that make that push with it, like, you don't never. But I'm saying they don't make no real campaign to say prison really making a difference like that. All you really hear is a lot of negatives about the effects on society. I mean, you got all these stories of man wrongfully put in jail, getting out after 25 years being in there wrongfully and all types of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you don't never hear nothing about, like, man.
Because it was a lie. That was a lie they told you. They told you that rehabilitation was supposed to be part of the prison experience.
Exactly.
That's not what is, no.
You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing I'm getting at. It's like, bro, you never hear of the successes of that. You never do.
I mean, you do, but you gotta search. You gotta look. The successes are the brothers that come out. Like, my man. Oh man, I'm glad you said that. Great opportunity to big up my homeboy Mustafa Meekins. That's a success story. Him and Cotty, them boy did time. They did time, dog. Yes.
Doing with the boxes.
Them boy came up out of. They came up out of that situation, and now they in Atlanta. Mustafa running his gym.
I be
they
seeing
got
that,
a fighter.
man. Boy,
like,
be having dirt come through that thing. I seen that.
So like. It's success stories, but it's not gonna be like how it's not that type of success story. It's not no white collar success story.
Right.
Niggas get out the pen and they become entrepreneurs.
Right.
And
absolutely.
It ain't nothing too sexy about starting from the bottom and coming up. So they're not gonna put that out there like that. But the story they will put out is the innocent man that been in jail for whatever, because it grabs them. It grabs headlines. Anything that grabs the headlines is what they're going to push. They're going to push the shootings. They're going to push the rioting, because that's going to keep people intrigued. But they're not going to push the positive.
Right.
They never there when the person, when the community center opens up, when LeBron James opened his new school. I mean, they got media traction, but nothing like when he say some wild shit about boycotting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Man, Braun got so much backlash. Check this out. Braun getting backlash about the whole the boycotting thing. Cause see, I don't know if you ever really took it from the top about how the boycotting started. Now you know it took place out there in Wisconsin. So
that's where the shooting happened. Yeah,
right,
Milwaukee
so it's only
Bucks.
right the Milwaukee Bucks locally take their action like that. All right. Now you got sources they gonna say like LeBron was mad because he ain't know the Bucks were gonna take a stand like that. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So I guess because he would have had his troops, he would have had his team prepared to be able to shoot. You know, we gonna stand with y'all if y'all do that. People blowing out of proportion and say he's just mad because he wouldn't lead it or get that type of, you know what I'm saying.
They're trying to discredit the man movement.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's like, man, even if he wasn't, so what? All right, the Bucks already taking that initial stand on their own, and he gets whiff of that, and he know the power he got within the NBA. So he chooses to take that stretch to say, well, we not gonna play neither. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, them boys said just like how you said when it came down to the whole bubble thing and whatnot. LeBron said we gonna play. Shit, we gonna play. You know
I mean,
they
trying to anything to discredit LeBron because he is such a powerful black man that knows it and that uses his voice.
Exactly.
And now he's becoming the villain.
Right.
So anything to throw dirt on his name, anything to twist the story, and they're going to use us to do it.
Yep.
You're going to see black folks say the shit about LeBron to get their agenda out.
Exactly,
So
man.
that's the play on that one. That's how they're going to try to tear down LeBron on that. But I think LeBron James 10 steps ahead of these
They
niggas.
just try to play him like he's a hypocrite as far as the fact that like, okay, we're gonna boycott, but then stop and go back to playing basketball. So they try to say, okay, well, what are you really boycotting? This and that there, blah blah blah. But they try to say also, it's like, well, they try to say, well, he's a well-paid athlete. He's got the luxuries and this and that there. He's gonna be fine regardless, blah blah whatnot. But they talk trash about him being a hypocrite as far as going back to play because he needs this money, he needs this and that there. But it's like, hey, you just say he kind of don't. You know what I mean? So who you really gonna go for here? Like you said, it's just about downing him,
him. Throw dirt on his power
to stand for something, and they miss. That's what's showing people missing the bigger picture of like him doing what he gonna do. Even if he just stop it for like a game or two, it's showing that awareness. Like, hey,
we have a voice and we have a say.
And it's like this can happen. You know what I mean? Like the power. Like, listen, anybody within them organizations that know what's up, they know what LeBron got going on. You know what I mean? You don't see them getting uppity. I don't see nobody within the NBA too much coming down heavy. Is anybody out? These politicians. You know what I'm saying? Because they get mad because
they're using it to get reelected. They going towards playing towards their base.
That girl done told him shut up and dribble about a year or two ago or whatever and whatnot. Then to come resurfacing that now just with the attack of that him just, you know what I'm saying, doing that in fact basically leading a protest or whatever and then stopping and going back to dribbling. And playing the ball. So they trying to take shots. Now y'all being petty with it. You know what I'm saying? So you're right. I guess it's about that whole.
I mean, that's the name of the game, man. If you're a threat, they're going to try to silence you.
Right? Because if he really wasn't such a threat, he's getting legit invites to the White House. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, it's LeBron James.
So it's like, okay, if you ain't going to take this man serious, why he going to get a whole invite to the White House? You know what I mean? If you ain't deem him a threat or anything, why would he?
He is definitely anybody that can dictate votes is a threat to the United States government.
Right.
If you have the power to influence people to vote, you're a threat.
Yeah, man. LeBron.
Me and you, we fuck around and we talk too much shit on this goddamn show. We'll become a threat.
Right.
Little old me and you in Ridgeville, South Carolina.
Oh, yeah, man.
If we talk enough shit and motherfuckers start, yeah, man, you know, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Listen, boy. You really FBI watch lists are real. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
The
on
fuck,
people's
man?
and stuff. Like that's a real thing.
So
you're right. Anybody can carry enough influence.
And that's what power is. Power is influence over people.
I think, man. I mean, I ain't trying to get too biblical, but I guess that's just the whole saying. Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Just you get such a following, just share your word, your spirit. That's you know, threatening. That's a threat.
That's a threat. He was a threat. Jesus was a threat to the Israeli government.
Right.
He was a threat to the Roman government.
Like,
hey.
So yeah, I guess so, man. Beginning time, boy, been like this.
This ain't nothing new, dog. That's why history is important. If you research your history, You already see what the play coming. You already know because it didn't happen before, and we just human. That's
Right.
it. A little bit of technology here and there, but we are basically the same human it emerged from the primordial ooze.
Right.
Ain't too much different.
See this stuff.
All day, every day. We just here. We just here
Playing our role.
playing our role,
Time fly on out. Just
trying to make it through, man. You know, I got beautiful family. Trying to watch them grow. That's my enjoyment. That's what I get out of it. All this other stuff, man, is depressing. When you think about it, fucked up.
Out of the world. More in a depression now. You know what I'm saying? Like
But
depression
thank
is
God
like
Jacob
something-
Blake alive. Fucked up that he's paralyzed.
And he can actually testify
He
to
can
it.
actually testify. He can tell his story whenever he feel like it. He can actually give his insight on the situation. He can actually go to court.
Yeah, he can.
When it's time to go to court, we actually got we got the victim there to tell his side of the story. So we might actually get, something.
All right. I think I
Something.
might have seen one case.
And it's so funny how this has just like completely overshadowed the other shooting that we just had in Georgia
right.
with my man
Breaking in, yeah.
getting shot down the
I don't even
road.
know if the trials come up for that yet.
Like that's completely under the
Things
rug
are getting
now.
buried,
That's
man.
buried.
Man, listen, George Floyd right now is starting up already. That situation is
Under the-
already dang. You know, you just about to start hearing about the sentencings and stuff coming up, man. Check this out. We watched it happen here in Charleston with Michael
Yes, we
Slade.
did.
Like
It happened.
that happened. We saw that
He-
going and had to come back to the whole sentencing thing. Like that shit just kind of went away for a second. You know what I mean?
This is, man, it's a dirty fucking game, bro.
What?
Dirty game. Then move on. Rest in peace, motherfucking Chadwick Boseman. Goddamn Black
Man.
Panther T'Challa done checked out on us, man.
That's crazy, man. Like it's that one day. I'm gonna tell you something what's so crazy, just in my personal right about it. Now I was gonna damn make a little stats, but anything stuff, but I just ain't had too much time to really type all that day. I took the moment in for what I took it in for, and but I can voice it now, and I put it like this right here, man. Me and Black, you know what I'm saying? We've been just sitting there watching that James Brown movie. I ain't never know my man had did the. Yeah, he had did James Brown. I didn't know he had did the James Brown movie. I ain't even had seen, you know me, man. I ain't be watching too much movies and stuff like that. So I didn't even know how much of the body of work he had. You know what I'm saying? So he did a good bit of stuff. But he did the James Brown movie. We was watching that. And I was watching him play James Brown. And, you know, I'm sitting here looking at the character like James Brown, like, iconic man, what he did and all that other stuff. And I'm just sitting here thinking,
Payback,
like,
baby.
what? So it's like, it's like, man, James Brown so
And that's
legendary and
before,
stuff.
that's before our time. That is
Bruh,
not our music.
Watching that movie, I really realized how much that been before my time, and just they playing this song. I promise you, I knew all them songs they played. Bro.
Yeah,
it was
hell
crazy.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know him too.
Like know all them shit. You know what I mean? But and just seeing where he really come from, and the time and day he really come from, and where he grew up in, and how he, you know what I mean? Much respect. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, just admiring that figure and it had me thinking like, man, you got to really appreciate people while they're here. I already know that in my own right, you know what I'm saying? But I was watching that movie and I'm just sitting there thinking, man, like, you got to really appreciate, because man, he was something, man. He was something. It make you think back to because Michael Jackson been like an upbringing under him. People don't realize that. Like Michael Jackson looked up to James Brown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you you got the Jordan, the Kobe stuff, that's, you know what I'm saying?
James Brown is the king, man.
What? You know what I
Come on,
mean?
man.
To them, what? Yeah. So it had me in that moment heavy on like, yo, you got to really admire these greats who share their talents with the world, who share their whole self with the world.
Because it's over quick, right?
What? And then, man, it's just like, within hours, it wasn't even the whole 24. I mean, Black watching that, you know what I'm saying, that movie. And I'm watching Chadwick Boseman play that guy, you know what I'm saying? And then really realizing, like, man, like, dog did pretty good or whatever and whatnot, playing his role.
Nigga did damn good.
What? Hell yeah. And Black was just telling me about all the others. He was like, yeah, boy, bro, I'm playing this and that. He telling me this dude, all type of stuff. What night was on.
So
like
you
the next
basically just get turned on to my man.
like heavy like that. Like I'm always been well aware. You know, he been from South Carolina and everything and whatnot. Like even a little right before the Black Panther, like seeing him get the role as the Black Panther was like, oh, he coming up. Like so I knew a little bit about him like right before the Black Panther role now. It just watching the actual movies, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna watch any too much movies. Especially them superhero stuff, you know what I'm saying? I just been with the superhero stuff.
Yeah,
but just minus the superhero stuff, he been in other movies, you know what I mean? But yeah, you can say I really like, I ain't been heavy like, oh yeah, that's my guy. But I was watching that movie and seeing it and really came to full respects in that moment. I promise you. Never not saying I didn't respect it before, but I came to full respects. Like, damn. And just putting it together with the whole James Brown, man, you gotta admire people while they're here and take that, and appreciate it, like for real. Cause, yeah. And next thing you know, it's like, yo, that my man passed away, bro. And I was like, wow, I really.
I'll work it out. I fucked up, but it's all right. And we was back, just telling you, man, enjoy your people, love your people while you got them, man.
Yeah,
man. The shit happen fast. It happens quick, dog. I'm telling you. UGK hit that shit on the head, nigga. One day you're here, next day you're gone, nigga.
There you going, man. God damn, man. That sense of my nigga OG, man. We used to blast that song all day, bro. It's crazy. We used to always sit there and say that. You know what I mean? Blast that song all the time.
And at the age where I really first heard that song, I didn't fucking get it.
Not like that. It was just a cool melody. You flow cool, with it.
And them boy hard with that shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I've been
deep.
young. So you been young with listen. I've been young as a bitch listening to
when
that
you
shit.
actually lose that whoever to you.
But, and listen, it's crazy because I actually like granted, I heard it before the individual I'm speaking of, but when I lost that individual, that person was the one who embraced it on me. Like, as far as like you saying, we listened to it at first, but then you getting into knowing it and feeling it out. The person that put me on and embraced that junk right there, whatever, you know what I'm saying, is now gone. So it'd be like, man, you know what I mean? Song right there be hitting me a little different. But
boy, you talk about that song, I can't fucking listen to damn Whitney Houston and that style of music.
Yeah. I dig it.
Yeah, it's just dead, boy. I can't cut that shit on. I can't cut that on for too long.
Right.
Yeah, motherfucker really goddamn that little 80s dance disco type thing.
Yeah.
But that's the power of music, man.
Music, bro, man. Listen, what a man, little dude on the radio, rude boy, whatever he always say, man, music is medicine. Like, hey, that's a fact, bro.
I dig it.
Music is medicine. I always felt like that. Even before I even heard old boy ever say that. Like, I just always felt like that. That was been my release. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't got no kind of music or something like that. Man, I go fool, bro. Anybody you know me with, man, I always gotta keep some music going on or something, somewhere. Like, I don't even much like riding, bro. I be riding, somebody ride with me or whatever. Ain't got never be playing something loud, some vlog, somebody talking or something like that. And I'm trying to listen to the music or whatever. No, they trying to play some music off their phone. Like, hey, man, put some headphones in or something.
Yeah,
or whatever,
man, cut that shit off, man.
Shit, most people who done ride, they already know if you ain't about
That's
to get
the
with
rule,
it, you
to
need
be
to
honest.
put your headphones on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I'm ride with you, I'm gonna respect whatever you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period, or whatever. But I'm in full control. That music, yeah, the blasting, all that.
Yeah. Well, what else we had going on, Kai? I think we hit the major ones.
See, man, go on. A lot of people, you can tell, man, when a real genuine in the soul, you know, like a real and genuine soul leaves this earth, like you could just feel it, man. Like, I'm not like, people die all the time, man. I'm not trying to say one life matters more than the other. Surely not, you know. But you can just tell when someone has really touched us all, man. You know, like you can see.
And that does bring up a topic. That does bring up a topic. Why do you have such an outpouring for people that you don't know? Ain't no barely. You don't know this man, and it's such a like heartfelt warmth. But people that you do know, that you see day to day, you will be so hard with them. You will be so fuck that nigga type. You know, like, you so easy to cut a motherfucker off who is just as human as this celebrity that passed away. And I mean, that is something to be talked about, because we need to treat our neighbors with as much adoration as we treat Mr. Bozeman or anybody else that has passed away.
Right.
You know,
I dig it. I mean, when I see like an individual like Chadwick then passing away and stuff like that, and the genuine feel like when them genuine individuals leave, it just leave me forevermore to be like, all right, like you said, you don't know him from a can of paint, to be real.
right.
I mean, he might be a South Carolina native, but still, nah, yeah, you know what I mean. But it's just about what he stand for, the energy he put out.
Yeah, he put
Like,
out a
it's
lot of
just-
positive energy, man.
Man,
Dog,
what?
he people would go to him and say he's our king, like for real.
Yeah, right.
That you are king, and I'm with that. I'm one of the ones. I would say that shit.
Like, yeah,
That
like,
nigga, like, yeah.
he worthy, right? How they say he worthy. Like,
The way
he gotta
he,
be
I
worthy.
mean, you know, I don't. Once again, I don't know him behind the scenes, but everything that's reported or everything that
Man,
you know,
yeah,
that he's a
people
genuine
report they
dude.
behind the scenes what this man did say. Like, yo, dude has just been nothing but just upstanding. Like,
So
you know?
rest in peace to a real one, man. We lost a talent, man, and we gonna lose more. So
we done lost more, man, bro. We lose an individual like that this year. We lost Kobe.
Kobe,
You know what I'm saying, it's crazy, man. Just,
it's gonna happen.
And even taking it back to Nip. Now, don't get it twisted, because he come from California, and California got a good population to where like your music can just be there and you good. You don't really gotta get too much of the world. Now, too much people don't really deem Nipsey have the most music fluently out there like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just about what he really stood for more. You
Yeah,
know what
more or
I'm
less,
saying?
yeah.
And his energy as well, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Nip's story, his story is more about his life and what he did for the community as opposed to
so it's like
his music, which his music was good.
right, yeah, it's not taken away from but
Last
it's
of
like,
a Dying Breed. To
Yeah.
be honest with you, his style, Last of a Dying Breed. You won't hear too much real shit like that no
Yeah.
more. But
yeah, you're not. And that's what I'm saying. That just goes with it. Being so genuine, you know? Like how he really carried himself out through his life, man, is what hit you more than just his music. Like it's the whole man, you know?
Yeah.
Just like with Chadwick, man. It wasn't just a movie, it's more the man. Like when I'm seeing people paying respects right now, you might got someone who make a little note to like the Black Panther or something or whatever and whatnot, but it's really more or less himself,
right.
like, you know. So it's just the genuineness that he carry himself with.
Rest in peace, Chad. Rest in peace, Mr. Robinson.
Yeah.
What else been going on, Kai?
And just trying to keep my sanity in this world, dog. I'm trying to tell you, man. Everything just keep unfolding. It's just to this point, be like, well, what's next? Now, coronavirus seemed like we had the eye of the storm with this, as real storms come in with this hurricane season about to come up.
Did Houston already? Did that happen?
What?
The 2 hurricanes back to back?
Oh man, I think like a couple people was affected down there. What was like in Louisiana and Houston and Mississippi.
I know they've been saying, pray for Texas type thing.
Yeah, I think
That's what I'm catching. I'm not really seeing they not covering it.
Right. They got more of just this whole Biden and
yeah, because they just had the conventions,
yeah.
the RNC and DNC. That crap.
It's just gosh, man. You sit right there and it's like, man, I don't know, man. I've been kind of getting them side eyes, them bad guy looks lately because of when it comes to talking about this presidential election.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get this bad guy look for a couple of reasons. All right, for one, just because, man, because I ain't two-siding with Biden. And I see this guy. I've been with this guy.
You're going to get pushed back on that a lot.
Them boy going to come at me like I'm on some Trump shit. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not on no Trump shit, but I ain't
about,
on no
I didn't say,
Biden
hey,
shit.
Trump is doing this, Trump is doing that, like pushing Biden down like that. Bro, I'm just saying here getting on Biden ass like, because, man, bro, guy's a creep. You know what I'm saying? Guy's a creep, bro. Like a creep. Then you got, gosh, and it's crazy, like, with all that damn child abduction and shit going on in this world and all that pedophilia shit going on, all them rings and stuff like that. And then you got this Biden character running for president. And he's really pulling off the things that he's doing. Have you seen that interview when he was sitting here talking about, like like, you know how he likes kids or whatever and whatnot. And he was
no.
Man, the man said,
No,
he said, man, like, it's a weird ass interview. He was like, man, I got hair on my legs and it's blonde and, you know, and he just was like, the kids, they would come and they would pull and they would play with their hair on my legs.
What the fuck,
And he was like, and kids, you know, I like when kids sit on my lap. And bro,
When-
I'm not
when this
making this
happened?
shit up, bro. Like earlier this year.
No, this is a recent.
Oh man, bro. Yes, bro. I wish, man, we had the whole little live take it to the video thing, real quick, boy. Listen, boy, I need to get that rolling. But yeah, no, listen, bro, you got to see this for yourself, man. Like I'm not even tripping. Like I'm not even tripping right now, man. He really is creeping. He was like, I like when kids sit on my lap, and then they got countless videos of this guy just sniffing kids' hair and trying to kiss them in the mouth.
I mean, that is the knock against them. That's what they keep. That's the little joke.
I'm just saying, like, what's going down right now, and the Epstein, and he done called on the Clintons and all these other powers to be, and this guy is pulling shit like this, running for president. It don't look good, bro. It don't look good. Is all I'm saying. Now, just either furthermore with them trying to say the whole Trump shit, like I said, it ain't even about Trump. It's like the hell with him too, you know what I'm saying? Sitting here trying to pull all this put like stimulus checks and all that good stuff there, trying to get some re-election votes. You know, everybody's seeing through that. But at the end of the day, now it's like I still got my opinions on just whether I'll vote or not. Right? You know? I'm still kind of debating that.
I ain't gonna tell nobody shit. Y'all ain't gonna know who I'm voting for.
I'm talking
That's
about
for
just
damn
within
sure.
myself. You know what I mean? But I'll just put it out there like that. That's
But
where I'm at with it.
I'm
but
definitely not happy with who we got to choose from.
no, not at all. Then you got Camilla Harris. She done come into play. It's like, oh shit, man.
And the thing about them is that's the fucking, we talking about police reform, and that's the fucking police. That bitch been a DA.
Right. All right. So check this out. She's one of them individuals where I'm saying one of them pro prison. You know what I'm saying? As far as you don't see Camilla Harris making no campaign about how rehabilitation in prison really
shit.
fucking works.
She with
bro.
the police. She put y'all. She been putting y'all in her
Man,
whole
you ain't
damn
see
life.
Tulsi Gabbard tear her apart and really put her out there, like on the spot about all that shit she been
That was during the
doing?
debate.
That was like so
Yeah.
she done put her on the spot by all that there. You can go and check that out too. You really had to get at her in the nitty gritty. I think that's why Tulsi Gabbard you don't even hear her name no more. About nothing. You don't even hear her opinion when she got nothing to say
The
about
boy done
nothing.
blacklist
no
her
more. What?
ass.
When you heard her name from again?
I mean,
like,
but she ain't really. She been a sleeper pick anyway, though.
yeah, but she still was involved. You would still hear about senator. What she is? Was a senator or something like that? Well,
guess,
yeah, you
yeah.
hear senator you hear it thrown around. You don't hear nothing no more, bro. Nothing no more. And
They
the next
gonna
thing you know,
fuck with
wild
the
call
wrong
Camilla
lady.
Harris running for president. Now check this out. This is where I'm a bad guy again. She's a black woman, I guess, right? Right?
I'm with it. I don't give a fuck.
But
Listen,
no,
you talking
that's
to the
why-
wrong one. Because listen, man, playing by the rules ain't gonna get us nowhere as a people. All this,
Yeah.
you better take your wins where you can get them. Okay, they felt sorry for you and guilt tripped you. They trying to get that you got. So you got the job.
Right.
You pay us back by doing the job well. I don't give a fuck that you got it because you're a black woman. Okay,
Right.
so that's what they've been doing their whole fucking time.
Right. Well, you had damn Rush Limbaugh straight call her a damn hoe. He called her a hoe. He called her there's a hoe, bro. He said she slept her way to the top.
Damn.
Yeah, Rush Limbaugh been getting at her now. Now he ain't my favorite person either, but he been damn, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was getting at her, bro. He was like, man.